Hey coaches, I want to talk to you guys a minute about personal development and why I think personal development is so important. I know I talk all the time about defining moments that I have in the business, things that help me get started and things like that. But one thing that really held me back in the beginning when I first got started as a discount coach, I did enroll in a coach class and I just didn't participate. I was one of those that, I stopped showing up to the group. I didn't click like, I didn't read anything, I just like let it go by. And because it was a lot of work to me and it seemed really overwhelming. And one thing that I resisted a lot in the beginning was personal development because I felt like I'm pretty proud of where I am today. And I didn't look at it from the point of view of that's great and it's healthy to be proud of where you are today. But at the same time, you shouldn't be too comfortable with where you are because you always should be wanting to improve yourself. So when I made the dedication in, I believe it was February, to really recommit myself to this business and to this journey, I said that I really was going to go ahead and focus in on my personal development. Personal development for me can be anything from reading a part of the Bible to reading a self-help book to watching a YouTube inspirational video or listening to it or listening to an iPad, I, a podcast, not an iPad, sorry. And the reason that I do this is because I'm busy, like I know you guys are too. And sometimes it's not easy to stop and to sit and to read a book. So audiobooks are really great as well. One thing though I was reading today, or listening to today rather, was Tony Robbins, who's one of very inspirational motivational speakers for me, one that I look up to a lot. And he says, whatever you're looking for, you will find. Basically, if you're always out there looking for the negative stuff to happen, the bad things in life, those negative stories, then you're going to find those because trust me, there's plenty of those stories out there. We all know that. But if at the same time, if you're out there and you're constantly looking for the good stories and you kind of filter out the bad stories, um, that's what you're going to find. You're going to find success, and success is going to be able to find you because you're searching for it. You're not searching for the negative and getting into that unhealthy mindset. And then while I'm doing this, I got done and I'm taking notes, during my personal development while I'm listening to YouTube, um, listening to him speak. And then a friend posts this on my page about Shaun T, who is a trainer with Beachbody. If you guys don't know, he does like hip hop abs, insanity, focus T25. Focus T25. I'm intimidated that with the high intensity, high interval kind of training, and that's what he's all about. And so I did my very first ever. I put myself outside of my comfort zone and went with one of my girlfriends at Summit in Vegas to my first T25 workout. Whoa. I'll spare you the details, but I won't spare you the details. It ended with me like walking through. I pushed myself so hard because you're in a group setting, which is totally different than just doing it at home. And so I pushed myself harder, and then like for real, I'm not gonna lie, I could feel myself. I knew that I was to the point where I needed to take a break, and I'm sitting down and I'm drinking my water, and I'm just kind of like trying to catch my breath, and then there's this lady beside me, and she had to have been, and I'm not exaggerating at all. She was a coach. She's a very successful coach, and she was well into her 50s or 60s. And she, truthfully, she's probably a little older than that because when you work on your body, you look so much younger. Um, and she tapped me on the shoulder and she goes, "Come on, you can do it. Don't give up now. We're almost done." And I was like, man, if she's gonna tell me to get up off of my lazy butt and do this, I better get up off of my butt and do this. Like, she's old enough to be my mother. So I got up and I did it. I'm like, "Yes, mom." She kicked my butt, right? Well, after that workout was so intense that I'll spare the details. If you want to know, ask me. Shaun T says in here, he's an amazing and inspirational man. I also got to listen to him speak. Um, he says the key part of his success was the decision to eliminate the negative influence from his life and to go after his dreams. He spent 4 years, he says 4 years too long, in a physically and emotionally abusive relationship. I'm not saying that I have that. My husband is not physically or emotionally abusive at all whatsoever. However, you know, you do have friends. We all have those friends that we allow to kind of abuse us too much and to hurt us when they shouldn't be, to knock us down. And some of us, unfortunately, have family members that are like that. And I lived with family members like that for a long time. Um, and it's hard to make the decision to, you don't have to cut ties, but to separate yourself from the negativity. It makes a big difference. And I know I'm getting off subject here, but he said, people, you have no idea. I understand why you feel weak and why you might not be as confident, or why you not be, let's try that again without having to restart. People, you have no idea. I understand why you feel weak and why you might be not as confident as you want to be. I'm going to give you the link so you can see I'm not messing up. I do know how to read. Thompson says, all you have to do is tell yourself you can do this, and I know that it's possible. And when you start focusing on your personal development, you're going to come across so many people that are highly successful in a wide variety of businesses, because that's the neat thing about personal development. It doesn't all have to be focusing on Beachbody alone. Focus on all kinds of things. Like I read Joel Osteen, I read Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, you know, like all these different, John Maxwell. Like I could just go on and on. Anyway, they all say the same thing. You have to believe it and you have to see yourself there. And once you do, and once you're able to do that, then nobody can stop you. So I want you guys to know what you're going after this week, and I want you to visualize it. I want you to see yourself there, and I want you to speak yourself there. You know, be like, this is where I am. This is where I'm going. There's no question to me. I'm telling you, I will make a 6-figure income from this. You know, I will be successful at being able to help people on a global level, because I want to become so successful that I'm able to reach out around the world. I want it to become eventually bigger than Beachbody. Right now, though, Beachbody is an amazing way for me to get paid doing what I love and spreading the word and getting my foot and starting my name. Um, anyway, gosh, that's enough. I'm sorry. I let my passion get away with me sometimes. So thank you guys for listening. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys soon.